He annihilated this girl's campaign. He said she's a scam. She was attacked by his fucking cult people until the day she died. No one like gives enough attention to things that actually matter, and it's so sad.
Hey guys, so in this part I'm gonna go through what Harley did to Jennifer Felici, also known as Jen Journey here on YouTube. She had stage 4 breast cancer and asked the vegan community for donations. And the reason I want to go through this is because my grandmother died of cancer, and also my mother is a breast cancer survivor. So I know firsthand how hard this disease is on families and also on loved ones. What Harley did to this woman is so disgusting and so blatantly unethical that I can't believe a community based on morality allowed it to happen. And not only allowed it, but continued to support him afterwards. Especially because to this day, Harley has not given a genuine apology for what he did.
It's a video from someone in our community, Jen, an online friend who's been asking for help and hasn't got enough because her video hasn't reached enough people, hence me playing some of it here. Most have a family member to support them, but Jen's mother died of the same cancer that she needs help with. She's been vegan for 2.5 years, since before she discovered she had cancer, 100% raw at times. She really has been trying as hard as anyone can with a healing diet. Jen just needs to go to a centre where they'll take care of her and make her comfortable, and the one she's chosen employs a Gerson-style protocol, which looks like a good choice to me.
Less than 2.5 years after my mother passed away, I found a golf ball-sized lump in my left breast. It has grown and taken over my entire breast at this point. I'm sorry, it's hard to breathe, talk. So that's why I'm talking kind of funny. I'm going to show now what my breast looks like. I don't know if I'm going to keep this video. Alright, I'm going to show now what my breast looks like. So I'm going to warn you that it is gruesome. So if you don't want to see it, please look away now. I'll only show it for a few seconds. So look away now. Here we go. Let me get into the sunlight here. This is what my breast looks like now. The cancer is spreading around my side. This is my last hope. And I really need more help. And look at what's become of me. I've lost so much weight and I don't look like myself, and I'm not. I'm in so much pain every day. I have nowhere else to turn. I'm 34 years old. I'm a vegan and an animal lover and an artist. I'm a sensitive, empathic person. And I love to teach, and I love to help people and animals. And I really do want to live.
Without making any effort to check the facts, Harley decided to put out this video.
There's someone asking for money for a cancer clinic or the Gerson therapy or whatever. I think, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, it's a scam. I feel this person's using makeup or black salve on their body and asking for money. They look like a bit of a smack addict, a bit of a druggie, and in my honest opinion, it's a scam. They're saying, I've got 25,000, I need 100,000. And it just seems really wrong to me. Someone says, oh, their blood tests, etc. Like, I'll tell you what, man, I can fucking print up anything on the internet. I can print up anything. I can use letterhead, etc. from a legit doctor's surgery. And tell you what, it's 100% fakeable, because That person go, well, had the doctor's phone and number on there. You can ring up that doctor and phone number. They're not going to disclose any patient information to a stranger. No fucking way they're not, because that's a violation of privacy laws.
$100,000.
Or whatever they're asking for, just a scammer. In my opinion, I'm open to being proven wrong, but that's my opinion. I feel it's a scam. Just looking at that person's eyes, it's just, I see darkness, I see scammer radar, trigger alert. But in terms of like providing blood tests, all my blood tests could be total scams. Now I'm willing to put $100,000 on every single blood test I put up is legit. And we could go, if you personally come with me to the doctor and I'll show you that if anyone wants to think that, oh, hang on, Durianrider, you just said it's easy to scam it, so maybe your blood test scam. Well, I'm definitely willing to back $100,000 to anyone who thinks my blood tests are a scam. Let's new blood tests coming as well.
You'll notice that they propagandize themselves all the time. They're like little propaganda machines. That when you talk to them, when the narcissist always brings the conversation back to themselves.
So I definitely will back what I say with money. This person though, you know, I don't know, it seems very suspicious to me. What do you think down below? Because I'll tell you what, our community is very easy to exploit. So many trusting people, naive people, well-meaning people, but I've been around the block a few times, been on the sun 38 times now, been in prison, hanging out with a lot of hustlers and scammers. This person rubs me the wrong way. I'm not going to mention the person's name, but I think if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Be careful, there's hustlers out there, and I think for anyone who wants extraordinary help, they have to provide extraordinary evidence.
So, I'm being told by close friends that some less than intelligent people online are spending a lot of time and energy trying to convince others that I'm lying. So what I'm going to do now is apparently I have to take time out of my day of trying to save my own life and trying to find a treatment center that will take me and that I can afford. I apparently have to take time out of that to prove to people that I have cancer. I have to prove that I have cancer. Do you hear what that sounds like? So here is the original biopsy, which was done in May of 2015. Here you go. Here's my name, Jennifer Felici. Here's my face. Da da da. I'm holding this. This is real. I can't even believe I'm proving this right now. Here you go. This is the original biopsy. After this biopsy was done, I was sat down by an oncologist and she told me that it is considered stage 4. Okay, so if you need to pause and read this, go for it. There's my name again, Jennifer Felici. That's my name. And this is the last time I'm going to spend any energy on this, by the way, proving this. I have much more important things to do. The PET scan was to determine where the cancer had spread to, if anywhere, and the size of the tumors and everything internally. There's my name, Jennifer Felici. PET, CT tumor evaluation, skull to mid-thigh. Whole body PET scan. The nipple has been gone for quite some time. This is the cancer busting through the skin. This is what you're looking at, and it oozes, and I have to wipe it off. And if I don't wipe it off, it eats away at the skin. It eats away at the flesh, and that's what you're seeing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch it so you can see this is not makeup. If you think that I'm faking after this video, I would like to ask you to please go harass somebody else. I can't even believe that I'm addressing this. I didn't want to. And I send love to everybody, regardless. Regardless, and if you don't want to help and if you don't want to donate, then don't. Don't do it. The universe is creating a way for me to save my life, and if you're not a part of that, then you're not a part of that. Please leave me alone. That's all I ask.
I'm sending this message out right now to my friends in the vegan community, but mostly to this dude who calls himself Durianrider. I guess your real name is Harley. You and the Banana Girl put out this video the other day about what you call this woman who says she has cancer, that you look deeply into her eyes in a video and you saw nothing but darkness, so as far as you're concerned, it's a scam. Dude, what the fuck? You're hurting this girl by doing what you're doing. I know her personally. I've known her for over a year. I've been working with her for a couple of months now, trying to help her get things together so she can get herself to a treatment center in Mexico and get the medical attention that she needs. This is the real deal. This is no scam. And guess what? When you look into somebody's eyes, you're not seeing the window into their souls. You're seeing a mirror. So whatever you think you saw in her is in you, not her. She's a wonderful, loving woman. She's young, she's 33, and she deserves to live. And what you're doing is not helping that cause at all. In fact, we were doing really well with donations until you put that video out, and then bam, the donations stopped. Because you have a lot of power. People like you have a lot of power, and you need to be responsible with that power. It would have been very easy for you to look into Jen, and that's her name, Jen Journey Felici. You could have looked into it very quickly and found out that this is true. This is the real deal. You could have easily picked up the goddamn phone and asked. But no, you had to do this just to do what? To shock people, to create some kind of conflict, to drum up attention for yourself. That's what you do, I get it, that's how you make your money, but not at the cost of somebody's life. What the hell? Okay, here, I've got it for you. You make this big deal out of anybody who can prove that my blood tests are fake, I will give you $100,000. Well, I have a deal for you. You fly out here, we'll fly you out. I'll pay for your flight, I'll pay for your hotel to Philadelphia, I'll pay for your food, your gas, I'll even rent you a car. You come out here, you meet Jen in the hospital, you can meet all of us in her vision team who are trying to save her life, unlike you, and then you can meet with her doctors. And we'll even let you go into a private room with them and all of her medical records, and then you can determine what's real, what's true, or what isn't. And if you can walk out of all that and still believe that this is somehow a scam, some elaborate scam, all these people put together, a whole hospital full of people, so we could raise, what, $50,000? If you think that's true, then great. We'll send you home with another $1,000 to go home and take freely out to dinner. Okay? But if not, if you see that this is the truth, this girl is really sick, we're trying to help her. If you can see that, then you have to get on your YouTube channel and tell the world that you made a mistake and invite them to please help us help her by contributing to the cause.
Her fundraiser was damaged quite a bit by Durianrider Harley Johnston when he put out a video on his huge channel saying this woman appears to be faking it. She looks like a scam artist to me. I wouldn't donate. I know a lot of you are naive. This stopped the donations, and it was before she'd actually raised enough to get to this place. So to me, it was immensely frustrating because it seemed to me to be squandering a lot of time when the donations stopped and then slowed. You know, when she should have been getting help as fast as possible. When he realized he was wrong, because lots of people know Jen personally, like Arnold from Arnold's Way, for instance, he didn't say sorry. He just quietly deleted his videos. He wasn't bothered about undoing the damage he'd caused by telling thousands of people, this looks like a scam and I wouldn't donate. But he seems to be more interested in saving face than doing the right thing. Because I've seen screenshots, people have been sending me screenshots of him on Tumblr saying, well, the reason, you know, I just don't think she's got the right attitude. That's why I wouldn't support her, because she just, she has a victim mentality. Now, this to me is what social media is not about making money by shit stirring, regardless of the consequences, raising the viewers' cortisol levels with what is effectively spam. Ill-researched nonsense that's designed to stress you out and addict you and keep you coming back so that your clicks will turn into money.
So as you can see, Harley was called out, but rather than correcting his wrongdoing, he decided to try to hide it instead. There was a lot of evidence that proved that Jen was not a scam. Even her doctor put out updates on her condition.
Hi, my name is Dr. Dan Rogers. I'm Jennifer's doc, but she came in emaciated, skin and bones, unable to walk, barely able to sit in a wheelchair with a lot of pain. When we brought her from the airport, we had to even recline the seat back so she could even stand the trip from the airport to here to the wellness center. And to see where she is today, not even the same woman, totally different girl.
As of right now, it's 9:30 a.m. I am $1,000 short of staying for another week. I'm not in any state to leave, not even close. I don't want to cry in this video because I cry. I feel like I cry in every video. It's all manageable if I can stay here. They're equipped to deal with it, knowing that there's nurses and doctors here who know how to handle whatever comes up is very comforting. If I'm suddenly in a ton of pain, like I said, week to week is better than having to leave. And I told the doctor I'll pay day to day if I have to, if I can. If there's a way to get a big donation, I don't know how to make that happen. I love you all.
It's at this point the narcissism really starts to show. Remember, this is the guy that says stuff like this.
I get over 5.4 million views a month.
How about correcting a wrong by encouraging all these viewers to donate to the cause? Holly would rather let a cancer patient die as a scammer than admitting that he was wrong. And she did die. She ran out of money and had to leave treatment.
I think you should know that our friend Jen Felici, who'd been suffering from stage 4 breast cancer for some time, sadly died in the early hours of April the 4th. I'm really sorry to have to pass on this news if you hadn't already heard. And if you haven't followed her story, I am passing it on because there was a point a few months ago where she needed help badly. Jen makes some incredible progress. She was up and walking about where she couldn't do that before. Her breathing was improved. They were able to reduce the size of the tumor quite substantially. But unfortunately, she ran out of the money she needed to stay there and fund ongoing treatment. And after she left, she deteriorated quite fast. Jen was a beautiful, creative, and fucking brave individual who, with her character and warmth and courage, inspired so many people's love and generosity. And that was truly a gift to us all. Thanks, Jen.
And there's video evidence to show that during these 2 weeks, her health got better. She was able to walk again and beginning to get in good spirits. Durianrider saying Jen didn't have cancer and she looked to have evil in her eyes. Donations stopped so she could no longer continue the 6-week treatment. Her health immediately deteriorated quickly and she left the facility and she died shortly thereafter. Think of the irony. Just think that this man looked into a camera and told hundreds of thousands of people of all his almost 200,000 subscribers, and I'm sure a lot of people watch him that aren't subscribed, that subscribe to his girlfriend who has 700,000 subscribers, to have this much power. This man looked into a camera and told you guys that Jen was a scam artist, that she put makeup on and she looked evil, and to not give her money because she's lying and she's fake. That's what he did. She died. He heard the news, and this is the video. Y'all have a good day.
We live in a society where most people won't stand up for you. Pretty much, you're on your fucking own. No one's coming here to motherfucking save you. No one's coming here to save you. I'm not coming here to save you. Might give you some great advice, but I don't know you personally. I'll probably never ever meet you. What I can do is give you some advice. The best one is, no one's coming to save you. You're pretty much on your motherfucking own. So
Yeah, I can keep watching that bullshit.
Now, is this an appropriate video to upload right after aiding in a cancer patient's death? And how can he still claim that he gives great advice when his advice was so wrong about Jen? And the message about nobody coming to save you. Like, there was a lot of people that tried to save Jen. There was a lot of people that donated to her cause, and there was also a team around her that tried to help her. And even after her death, there was good people standing up and trying to clear her name.
The scam that Durianrider was talking about is effectively the scam that he is running on people, where he's trying to use things like this to raise a lot of money for himself. This shock and awe advertising campaign that you're doing, Harley, it's hurting people. Tell everyone in the vegan community and use your power for the wrong reasons to, in this case, it aided in someone losing their life. What you've done is wrong and it deserves an apology. When you've made mistakes in the past, you don't mention them and you try to sweep it under the rug and act like it doesn't exist. Apologies should be issued. You should conduct your business like a man and you should step up. You shouldn't go hide in the shadow and then make a bunch of other videos and act like the mistakes you made in the past don't hurt people. This is a real world. What matters in this earth is who you help, what you did, and what kind of person you are. And you should know this from the way you talk and these credibility videos you made of the year. Now it's time for someone you call out. If you're going to call other people out, it's time you step up like a man and admit you were wrong about things you've done.
But yeah, it's an abuse of power. You know, and when someone could be saying, yeah, let's help her, then she doesn't even get to die honorably. She has to die as a scammer and, you know, be the target of trolls.
Now, even after Jen died, proving that she was in fact not a scam, Harley still held on to the idea that he had done nothing wrong.
Last year we had someone come in the community just from zero, from nowhere, just say, hey, I've got cancer, I need money. And so instantly I'm thinking, where did you come from? Like, you're not even on Facebook, like you just come from nowhere and you're asking for money in a very trusting community. If you're asking for $200,000 or whatever, you got to show people some pretty hardcore evidence. If you're asking for hardcore money, you got to show some hardcore evidence. I expressed my opinion saying, look, I think it's a scam, blah, 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 proved otherwise. But she was doing it in a way of like, why do I even have to do this? Like a really ungrateful, it just rubbed me the wrong way. So I thought, fuck this, I'm just going to delete the video. I'm going to separate myself from this. I'm not going to get involved. I've said what I had to say. It served its purpose, done, delete the video.
Served its purpose of what? The purpose of his video was to discredit that scam artist, except she wasn't a scam artist. And he doesn't think she deserved an apology because she seemed ungrateful. The girl was dying and had to waste time on proving that she in fact had cancer because of Harley's bullshit.
People kept going on about it. They're going, Durianrider should give more money, blah, 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 you make money. I work hard. Why the fuck doesn't this person work hard or work hard in the past? Why can you just fucking sit on your fucking ass all your life and then one day go, hey, I need some money. Give it to me. Give it to me, strangers. You want evidence? I'm not going to give you, why do I have to give you evidence? Just that level of ungratefulness really rubs me the wrong way.
Now did you notice that? This is Harley manipulating the situation again. He claims people kept bringing it up because he personally didn't donate. That wasn't the issue at all. The issue was that he called Jen a scam. And when it was proven that she wasn't a scam, he did nothing to correct his wrong. And talking shit in front of the camera a few times a day is not something I consider working hard.
Why the fuck didn't you all band together and raise hundreds of thousands of dollars? Why didn't you?
People didn't band together to help her because the leader of the community she was seeking help from had labeled her as a scam.
Guilt trips, pity ploys, and obligation. These seem to be three of the more popular ways that manipulative people go about manipulating.
Why couldn't you raise that? You had plenty of time, and you say that I killed this girl because I didn't give money or didn't like smash the fuck out of the GoFundMe or whatever?
Again, he's pushing a lie. He says people say he's a killer because he didn't personally donate. That was not the issue.
Like do you know how many people ask me every single day in my Tumblr? Or a lot of people ask me every single day, can you give me money? Can you donate it to this? This is my Kickstarter, this is my GoFundMe, this is my Patreon. Every day. If you want something, if you want a platform, fucking build it. I built it. No one gave me fucking shout outs. I had to fucking work hard to get where I'm at.
I think we all can agree that hardly any one of us would know who he is if it weren't for his girlfriend.
Well, controversial vegan blogger Harley Johnston rose to fame as the partner of social media star Freely, the Banana Girl.
He would never be as popular as he is without being Freely's boyfriend, especially with the quality of his videos. Like, he would never rise to fame like he did without being with Freely.
And that's the problem, is you fucking self-entitled fucks out there could have banded together and supported the cause, but you're so fucking lazy. All you can do is do a little hate video about us on the internet while we're not good enough. I looked in that person's eyes and I saw someone who'd given up. And I didn't say that because that's just not a nice thing to say when someone's still alive. But I can say it now. I've seen people die from chemo and radiation and cancer, etc. I've seen them. All right? My dad's one of them. I gave my dad a hug goodbye. I knew he was done. I could just see the look in his eyes.
Victim/hero speak. What this means is basically narcissists are never ever accountable. You've probably figured that one out by now. Everything it's never their fault.
So the victim speak is that he's seen people die and he had to hug his dad goodbye, although in the first part I showed a screenshot where he said he didn't even go to his dad's funeral, so that's bullshit. It's all victim speak to like, oh look at me, poor me, I've seen people die. But then there's also the hero speak where he says he has so much experience and he could see that this girl had given up.
When you've experienced what I've experienced and you're at my age, etc., just not even age, just experience level, you get to read people really well, especially when they're about to die. And I could see no chance for that girl. I didn't say it though, because that's just not a nice thing to do. You never want to remove hope from someone when they're still alive. But I could see it. How the fuck do you sleep at night, the doctors or whatever, who charge people $2,000 a day, of desperate people who want to live, etc. How do you sleep at night? And when the money runs out, look, hey, the bed's booked. The money's coming in from someone else. You run out of money. Bye-bye. You got to go now. Now, all you motherfucking haters out there, how come none of yous did a video exposing these fucking scammer quacks running these fucking retreats? How come yous never did that? Why not? That's right, because you're just fucking haters. But I'm at fault. Why the fuck are your videos saying, is it wrong to kick someone out of a bed because they don't have enough fucking money for $2,000 to have carrot juice and vitamin C shot? That's fucked up. That's fucking wrong. But none of you fucking haters will talk about that. They don't really give a fuck about the cause. And this poor girl's example is a classic case of that. All you haters out there could have banded together and easily raised $1 million to give to that greedy motherfucking quack doctor, wherever the fuck his clinic was, to feed this girl carrot juice if you really believed in it. Easily you could have done that. You could have kept feeding that money-hungry motherfucker.
Dr. Rogers has given me so many free things. He lives very humbly because he is not trying to make money. He just really wants to save lives. And he's a really incredible person. And his wife Sally too. This is Gerson plus therapy. This is not plain Gerson, it's Gerson based. The IV treatments and all the other injections and treatments are developed by Dr. Rogers himself with great success rates. And I won't be able to receive those when I go home.
As you can see, he's lying about everything to put himself in a good light and make everyone else look bad.
If you watch carefully, all these motherfucking haters have a Patreon account. Give me money. Why don't you ever motherfucking give other people money? Why is it always you? Give me. Why is that? Because you're greedy motherfuckers and you don't do nothing with your money. Ever. You don't support anyone. You just hate.
How do I care about Google AdSense when I don't have it? No, I'm not getting paid. I have never made a single penny from YouTube.
You all could have banded together and supported the cause, but none of you just did. Why? Because you're lazy as fuck and you're nothing but fucking haters. Doesn't make you bad people. It's just shit though, isn't it?
Again, he turns the situation around to blame everyone but himself. And what's up with that quote at the end of the video? Realize, realize, realize. He's still pushing the idea that he has exposed a scam. It's like he won't admit that Jen doesn't fit into his reality. In his reality, she's still a scam.
It's not about them, it's about you, your actions, and how you feel about what you did. If you're doing all of this stuff just to keep your page alive, I understand how it is. I know it sucks to see people with the same amount of subscribers that you have, like Vegan Gains, who can make one freaking video and he can get 500,000 views, while you have all of those subscribers and you can get videos with 10,000 views. I know, and you got to keep making a whole bunch of them and work that much harder and find all of this shit to say about because you have no clothes. The emperor has no clothes. You're not intelligent. You're not doing anything. The only thing you do is starve yourself of fat to remain skinny, drawn out in the sun, which is making you age extremely fast. My brother, you look like you about 48 years old. And the people who once looked at you as an intelligent. See, if you look at a narcissist long enough, like if you stare at them long enough, you start to see something's wrong with this character. And people of intelligence see that quickly something's wrong with you, they move on. So you look at your shit, you lose subscribers daily. So now you're in a fucked up position to where you got to earn money, but the company of YouTube, you know, you're not putting up the numbers like you used to. So you go to the depths of shaming and still talking about a woman who's dead. What else are you going to do to her? What are you going to do to her family, man? She's gone. The Jen Journey situation was over with in January. You guys fucked her name up. And then when she died, you act like nothing happened. Nobody was talking about her. When I did research last week on the vegan community and I saw it happen, just from being a former cancer patient, someone with empathy, and I just could not believe a community that's supposed to be based around caring for animals allows someone to go out like this. His lie is, I never said her name, so you guys can't say I was ever talking about her. He's worried about legal stuff. He's not worried about emotions, empathy. He's just worried about not legally getting into trouble. So,
where he deleted several comment threads off of the video comment section that were basically informing him that, hey, this Jen girl died, you made this pretty damning video of her. But the fact that he was deleting the comments at all means that he's trying to cover something up, he's trying to hide something. Making mistakes does not make you a bad person, but trying to cover up your mistakes instead of, you know, address them and rectify them, that does make you a bad person.
I'm not even sure if he made a video about me killing Jen, whatever her name was, I'm not sure, but people come out of contest. I don't even know who this person is. I've never met them. People ask me to give $200,000, and I'm just like, it sounds like a scam to me. Blah 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 blah. And then they make a video, take me out of context, and it's like, yeah. People expect me to remember everything that people will send me or tell me or whatever, and then they can take me out of context or get angry when I don't. It's like, man, there's no one on the internet who answers more questions than me.
And the narcissist always brings the conversation back to themselves.
There is nobody on the internet, on YouTube, on Tumblr, who answers more questions, who makes more videos than me, answering the questions for my viewers. And if you want to go and take me out of context to make them bad, then that's a shit can't move. They literally asked for $200,000. Literally.
No, she did not ask for $200,000. She asked for way less.
So I said some things that I didn't really like in hindsight, so I deleted the video. But then people used the video and didn't even use the whole video and took me out of context and made me look like a fucking bad bastard or whatever. And then I didn't show the other videos that I made, and I later deleted because I thought I don't want to get involved in more drama because people just take me out of context, and here we are today. And there's someone saying, apologise to Jen's family. Like, who? Where's the contact? Who are they? I don't even fucking know. Like, who are these people? You idiots. You know? Like, who? Give me the phone number. Like, what? In what context? What do I say? Like, who? Who? What? For when? What did I do wrong? Like, put it out there. Rest in peace, Jennifer Felice. Is she even dead? Is she even dead, though? Was it a scam? Is she even dead? Where's the paperwork? Where's the official documentation? Where is the death certificate for that person?
Even after Jen's death, Harley still continued to suggest that she was a scam. And at this point, even her aunt Janice chimed in.
Durianrider, I just wanted to show that I had posted on his live stream. And he deleted it, of course. But I'm putting it out there for his followers to read anyway. Then there's a comment at the top where a YouTuber is talking about him saying that he's not sure if Jen's even dead and making remarks about her death certificate. But this person says yes, he is evil, and no, he does not believe it. Well, here's a post made by Mark Vandergag. He was the one who made the video challenging Durianrider to come out to New York and see Jen for himself. This was a nice, respectful message from Mark, but of course, Durianrider deleted it off the comment board. Did you know Jen had 2 younger siblings that are still teenagers? They're twins. They were born in 1997, the same year their mother was diagnosed.
She passed when they were 13. But my mother had passed a year before that. Then their mom passed, and then Jen was diagnosed. All they've known all of their lives is cancer. Here they are, bending over my sister's grave. Jennifer was buried right next to her mother. They're mourning. Not only are they still mourning their mother, now they have to mourn their sister. And there your videos still are sitting. These kids have been through enough. You don't realize who you're hurting by leaving those videos out there. Understand this. They're teenagers. Their entire lives from the year they were born has been nothing but cancer. I am begging you to take down your videos about my niece so that her siblings can find some peace. And for me. Christ, I've been through enough. You made your point. You left the videos up. You made your point. You made your fucking money off it. Give these kids and give me some peace now and take those videos down. And just as an add-on, I threw on here, for anybody who thinks that she could have done the protocol from home, this explains how two of us were going around the clock and had a hard time handling it. How was she supposed to handle it on her own when she was sick? It's not as easy as you think. And just as a last note to Durianrider, on that message I told you I was done. I can't emotionally do this anymore. All I wanted from you was an apology, and you couldn't do that.
Apologise to Jen's family, people have respect for me. I think the only person who's asking me, bro, on the internet is you.
So even though most of the vegan community, if I can call it that, let Harley slander this woman not only in illness but also in death, there were a few smaller channels that continued to stand up against his behavior.
Now you may be wondering why I'm still bringing this up. Jen Felici has been dead for a number of months. Well, she's still being trolled, if you can believe that. Harley Johnston has been online saying, is she really dead though? Are you sure it's not a scam? As though this isn't a real situation, as though there aren't grieving people, you know, trying to deal with her dying. As though the things you do online find no expression in real people's hearts.
To be sorry for something, you wouldn't repeat an action. You told people that a woman is a scam artist. This woman has been dead for 3-4 months now. You came on last week and you repeated it. Is she even dead? Is there any proof of this right here? You're still shitting on a dead woman.
There's a very big disconnect between their actions and their words. A lot of narcissists, this is a great way to catch a narcissist, really, is, you know, they'll tell you that they're so sorry for their behavior, but yet they're still doing the behavior.
Just when you think Harley cannot outdo himself, just when you think it can't get any worse, nope, he did it again. I don't want to give him any more attention, but this is for Jennifer and her family. I'm appalled that people still support Harley. More people need to realize how damaging he is to the online community. It's hardly surprising that he would say something so blatantly disrespectful as this about Jennifer. Even though she passed away a few months ago, my condolences to her family. We'll never forget her, and it's so disrespectful of him to say this. Nobody owes you anything, Harley. Who do you think you are? Even though his video on cancer scams from a few months ago was deleted, you can still find it around, and on his Tumblr, if you search Jen Journey, you can still find the insulting comments he made about her, the damning accusations that, in his honest opinion, she was a scammer, a scam artist, a drug addict. He could see the evil in her eyes. She was faking her terminal breast cancer with black salve on her chest, and her level of self-entitlement sickened him. But the fact that her family had to post medical documents proving that she did in fact have cancer and that he still didn't believe it and still promoting this notion to his groupies, it's so disrespectful and shameful. It's insulting to Jennifer, her family, and all of the cancer patients and sufferers out there. He always says he's open to being proven wrong, yet when he is, he twists and manipulates the situation so he comes out on top. He can never admit he's wrong. He can never acknowledge his wrongdoings and rectify them. It's like he's incapable of it. He wants proof of her death certificate? You can Google her obituary if you really need to, Harley. How dare you? Do you have any decency or compassion? It upsets me and it upsets a lot of people. What a despicable, vile person he is. I can't even say human being because that would imply that he possesses some kind of emotion.
decency and compassion, and like questioning her death. So I think Harley definitely crossed the line, as he has done many times before. And the fact that people still stand by him is disgusting. Calling other people frauds and criminals when he's the real fraud and criminal here, he should really look in the mirror because he's projecting. This has nothing to do with veganism, his videos.
So Durianrider's a murderer now, apparently, that I'm a murderer because I didn't give $200,000 or whatever was asked for me for a juice thing or anything like that, asking me directly for $200,000. I'm thinking, hang on, you're asking for like $200,000 or whatever you're asking for, just from strangers from me, and you're not willing to provide proof. This seems like a scam. So I said something like, yeah, this person's like maybe a drug user or whatever. But what people did is they took that video, re-uploaded it, cut it, edited it, didn't show the ending or the start or the follow-up videos, and took me out of context. And they still do that, even on the Tumblr post I wrote. They still take me out of context. They don't understand that those Tumblr posts were edited or removed or whatever, or photoshopped, or... And it's just more people taking me out of context.
Let's take a look at how Harley was taken out of context. Although he has tried to delete all traces of his original statements, the thing with the internet is that once you put things up, it's really hard to get it completely removed.
There was last year, there was someone, or this year, whenever it was, there was someone asking for money. There's always people asking for money for cancer or whatever on the internet, and a lot of it turned out to be scams. And so someone said, what do you think of this one? And I'm like, yeah, it seems a bit fishy. And so I really baited it, and like I said, I believe it's a scam myself. I didn't mention the person's name, and there's a few people involved, so it's a general video. If I'm talking about a specific person, you'll know who I'm talking about because I'll mention their name on the YouTube channel. But I didn't want to do that in this situation because I felt that it was a general video.
General video, huh? In his video he says, if you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. So he was talking about a specific person, and people did know who he was talking about because, as we just saw, her name was mentioned in his Tumblr. Now notice how he apologizes. He's not apologizing for what he did. He's apologizing for people taking offense. And he's pushing this idea that they took offense for him being taken out of context, not for what he did. That's not apologizing, that's just more lies.
So I do apologize if people got offended.
They might say, I'm really sorry that you feel that way. Right.
But why do you take me out of context? Why do you keep bringing up the past? The only reason I'm making this video is because more people make videos this week about it. I'm happy to let it settle, but people aren't. Because they want blood. They say I'm a killer. Why don't you go down to Mexico and go to the guy who was charging $2,000 or $20,000 a week or a day for carrot juice and vitamin C shots? Why don't you go to him and say, hey mate, how did you feel while kicking this girl out of bed and letting her die? Because I'm meant to be the killer, apparently. But why don't you go, where's the charlatan who's charging that much money to drink fucking carrot juice and do vitamin C shots? And by your rationale, you could have saved this person by giving them more carrot juice by that fucking scammer charlatan in Mexico. I don't even know what his name is. He's that fat alcoholic looking dude. Why don't you make any videos about him? Exactly, because you're just jealous of me and you hate it. Man, if you've got stage 4 cancer, that ain't gonna save you, in my opinion.
They just really know it all. You could be a doctor and they are arguing with you about, some sort of medical condition. You could be an accountant and they're arguing with you about tax law. Like, in their mind, they just really know everything, and everybody else around them is an idiot. And they go to great lengths to make sure that everybody knows that they are so highly intelligent and that everybody else is an idiot.
Compassion isn't about having a definite outcome that you want. If you only donate where you're guaranteed the outcome you want, then that's kind of treating compassion like a consumer experience where you're buying something for yourself. But no, it's about supporting a person's needs and wishes and transforming pain. And I know the kindness I saw from the last video wasn't just moving to everyone in the community, but also brought Jen so much joy, and that was truly amazing.
He likes to think that he knows everything, that he's experienced, that other people are just shitheads and we don't know anything, but he has a lot to learn about life. And rather than just carving the fuck up, I think he really needs to humble the fuck up. I think he really needs to compassion the fuck up, because he has absolutely no compassion for other people. With the way he's been behaving, he has not done anything that would make me think that he is a nice human being.
Let me once again show you that Harley's opinions was simply false, lies and deception.
Jen, she's doing pretty good. She's moving her feet and moving her legs and was sitting up today, and The tumor on the breast is a little bit better. It's not as adhered to the chest as it was before. She's coming along and doing good. I'm happy to report we have some good progress up to this point.
My breast has shrunk by at least a third, if not more. That's extremely exciting, and that's because of the direct urea treatments. And that is extremely, honestly, extremely painful treatment where a large needle is injected directly into the tumor in my breast in at least 2 spots, if not more. It's very, very scary and very painful, but it's working. And when I go home, I won't have access to those treatments anymore. During the day, I have pretty much no time to update anybody or the energy to update anybody on what's happening. I am making significant progress. This is working.
Because you hate me, you're just jealous. It's not really because of what I did. It's just the haters, man. It's just the haters who, no matter what I do, it's not good enough ever. And I'm thinking this feels, for me, feels like a fucking scam because that's where I've grown up, man. I've grown up in the fucking hood of fucking Australia, South Australia, fucking Morpeth Vale, etc., Hackham, Renella, people getting stabbed and fucking shot, stealing cars, dealing drugs, getting arrested and shit. So I come up, I've grown up with that scam mentality that shit's fucking not always as it fucking seems. I don't believe people should charge that much money for someone to lay in bed drinking carrot juice.
It's an extremely hard program. I don't know how I even have time to make this video right now. My schedule from the time I wake up at 7 a.m. until the time I lay down at night, which is usually about 9:30 p.m., I am absolutely packed with things to do.
Someone said something the other day that she's dead or whatever, and I don't even know. People fake their fucking deaths all the time. People blindly believe everything that's told to them.
So he says people blindly believe everything that is told to them, yet Harley told everyone that Jen is a scam, a fraud and a liar. Jen ran out of money because people believed Harley and stopped donating, and she had to leave treatment and later died. Isn't that worth an apology?
Do you have any thoughts or regrets or remorse or what would you say about the fact that you had trolled Jen Journey even in death?
I would say that last year we had a big scam in Australia. I forget the girl's name, but she won Cosmopolitan of the Year award in Australia. I think it was.
Let's talk about Jen Journey.
Yeah, I'll get to that.
On Jen Journey.
Yeah. So this is around the same time. So this girl, she got millions of dollars because she claimed she had cancer. This is around the same time, and then I kept getting all these questions. People saying, "You do a video about Jen Journey, do a video about Jen Journey." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?" So I looked it up, and then there's this girl who's just come from nowhere, and I'm just like, and she asked her for $100,000 or $200,000 or I can't remember exactly. It was like, "Fuck, it's a lot of money."
Why would you make the comments still, even after she had passed away? Why would you still make the comments you said something like, "I don't even know if she's dead. They could be, why would you keep it going? If you
I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember making that comment, but there is people out there who...
I do remember it, Harley.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. There's people out there who use my exact photo, my exact channel name, and they type like me on YouTube, on forums, etc. And they troll under the name Durianrider.
We're talking about you on camera. I'm not talking about your comments. I'm talking about you on camera, Harley.
Oh, yes, now I remember. I think it was doing a live stream in an airport.
Maybe, perhaps, but you're telling me you regret the comments that you made. I mean, would it ever get to a point where you might, if somebody asked you about it on your social media, would you just come out and be like, "Yeah, that was my bad. I shouldn't have said it." I think a lot of people want that from you. I really do. I sincerely do. I think a lot of people want that from you. Do you think you'd ever do that? For Jen or her family or any of the people that... I don't know, what do you think?
Put me on the spot. Put me on the spot.
I mean, just because, you know, I don't know when we're going to have the opportunity to really ever, you know, talk to you about that. But listen, you said you wanted to take comments from the questions from the chat. That was from the chat. I wasn't asking you that. That was from the chat.
No, it's okay, but like, have I answered your question? Ask the audience, have I answered the question? Let me answer this question once and for all.
What do you guys think? Has he answered the question? They're saying no.
How can I answer the question? If people are saying apologize, I am sorry. I said I was sorry in that video I did a few weeks ago on top of the rooftop on my Ask Durianrider channel. I am sorry.
I can accept.
Was I wrong? Seems like I was. You know, there's always more to the story. You know, so I apologize to anyone out there who was offended by what I said. That wasn't my intention. You know, some people took me out of context and ran with it just to serve their personal agenda, but I apologise. I'm sorry if anyone was offended. And, yeah, and I also would like for people to ask themselves, if you're angry at me just for making a brash comment, then why aren't you angry at the people who charged Jen so much money in Mexico just to lay in a bed and drink juice, and then when she couldn't pay the bill, they kicked her out?
You gotta fucking apologize, you piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit, apologize. Like, what the fuck?
Narcissists, well, they don't like to apologize for a number of reasons. Probably the biggest one is they really don't feel like they need to justify or explain any of their behavior, because they have this blinding degree of entitlement, and they also have like a jaw-dropping level of selfishness, right? So of course it's all about them. Another part of it is if they obviously acknowledge that they did wrong, then they're caught. So you can't really continue to manipulate if you actually admit, if you would admit to things, right? Because if they come right out and say, yes, that's almost, it's dangerous information, right? It's outside of their control. Once they release all and acknowledge that information, who knows what's going to happen to it, right? And so they don't like that. They need that power and control. They need to protect their public image. It's how they continue to manipulate people.
Harley is a clinical narcissist with no compassion, no empathy, and no accountability. And I will not stand by and watch this abusive person hurt more people.
And just to conclude, what do I do to deserve this stuff? I never, ever start any drama with these lunatics. They always start with me. Tell me one person out there that I fucked over first. And he's like, no, do answer the question. And he couldn't answer the question. He just went into this tirade of abuse and bullshit. But he couldn't answer the question. And none of these haters can answer that question. And they can never answer the question. None of them.
Well, I can. Jen hadn't done anything to Harley before he started to spread lies about her. I don't think she even knew who he was until friends told her what he was doing.
I'm being told by close friends that some less than intelligent people online are spending a lot of time and energy trying to convince others that I'm lying.
So Harley always talks a big game and promising all this money if you can prove him wrong. I think I proved him wrong, and he has promised $50,000. So it's time to put the money where your mouth is, Harley. I think Jen's family deserve more than just an apology at this point. So if you really put your money where your mouth is, I think you should donate that $50,000 to her family.
Say hi, Aunt Janice. I miss you.
Hey guys, this motherfucker's actions and words, behavior, it's crossed a fucking line. I'm done with it. As of today, on my channel, Durianrider is dead. This motherfucker's behavior is disgusting. Jen Journey's family's been through enough. For him to troll, I mean, this is a whole nother level. It's disgusting. The guy's a piece of shit, and if I ever have to discuss his name again, it's Harley. It's Harley Johnstone. There's no fucking Durianrider. Durianrider's dead. Freely's the same way. No more fucking Leanne. The more we promote their name and talk their name out there, the more we're feeding that brand, and I'm not doing anymore.
and make a fucking YouTube channel. And when you got 120 million hits, and when people stop you every motherfucking day of your life, and when you leave the house on your bike or walking down the street, and people stop you every day and say, hey, I just want to say g'day, man. You know, thanks for the vegan tips for cycling, whatever. Then you can critique what we're doing. Until then,
I'm not afraid of you. You know, you're not going to bully me into silence like you've done to everybody else.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. So many people are afraid to say that. Why is that? Why are so many people afraid to admit failure or admit they're wrong or say sorry? That's a big tip. One of the best tips I could give to people is admit if you're wrong. And tell people, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. How can I make it better? But you gotta be careful on the internet. If you're gonna like reach out and give people advice, you better make sure you got the fucking best legit information out there. And if you do fuck up, apologize and admit you're wrong. Otherwise, you shouldn't be giving advice. You shouldn't put yourself in a position of responsibility if you're going to give the wrong stuff or never admit fault.